welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aphrodite and this is my channel. This is going to be a you versus them kind of love situation, where they stand. I'm not going to do a pick a card this time. It's actually more of a collective, and what I'm going to be doing is going based off of zodiacs, but by group, not by individual zodiacs. So like the air signs, the earth signs, the water signs, and the fire signs. So check the timestamps below to figure out which sign you need to be looking for. Now this is not this is a whatever sign they are. That's what you need to be looking for. If you want a more detailed reading on what your future spouse is going to be like, I should have some videos popping up right around here that will be pick-a cards. That'll be more your speed. The two videos I believe have things ranging from looks to personality to letters. So there's that over there, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Yeah, so let's see what's going on. Okay, air signs, I'm starting with you. So let's get the tea. Let's see what's going on. So if you're dealing with an air sign, this is what Source wants you to know. What is going on? Okay, let's see. You've got the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Let's go ahead and get the full scope. These are just coming out. The Seven of Swords, the Four of Swords. The Five of Swords. So you got the Ten of Pentacles reversed. You got the Seven of Swords upright, the Four of Swords upright, the Five of Swords upright. A lot of swords energy, a lot of fighting, disagreements, battle of the minds is what comes to mind. Anything else? Anything else first that you want me to pull out for them before I channel any very specific messages? Okay, then we have the Two of Cups upright. I love this deck so much. Okay, so what's interesting is this is an air sign reading, and well, this is if you're dealing with an air sign, and there's a lot of Aquarius energy here. You've got two cards that are for Aquarius. You got one for Virgo, one Libra, and one Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars placements. Not Venus, weirdly enough. Anything else? So, as I'm shuffling here, it definitely feels like this is someone who you, oh yeah, the Hanged Man reverse. Taurus energy. I was just getting ready to say that. This is definitely someone who you felt was going to bring you some type of insane stability. I almost want to say when this person came in, it felt like an absolute dream come true, but then it turned into hell really, really quickly. It turned into saying one thing but explicitly doing another. It turned into one of you always needing to be right. It turned into Spirit is reiterating, it feels like a nightmare. Like this hellish nightmare that you want to wake up from. But it's weird because you have these really sweet, generous moments where there's tons of positive communication, where you genuinely sit and talk about, you know, what's been going on and why things are kind of manifesting this way. And when that happens, you feel once again like this is someone who you could create that really great stability with, because they've got a lot of good earth energy as well, very grounded, very driven by earthly pleasures, so very much about their money, about their finances, about keeping things together. But it seems like every time that cycle starts, it just ends up being, okay, that's great, but understand that I still need to be right in these situations. I still need to, you know, be this, that, and the other. And you kind of do this to each other. Spirit says, especially if you're a water sign dealing with an air sign. You both kind of peep everything. So it's weird because in your own right, you're both kind of right. And you're both very creative and emotional in different ways, but not enough that it expresses in the form of Cups energy. It manifests more so as tough love energy, conflict energy, just because I don't think either the communication style doesn't fit, like it's not shit, what am I trying to say? Spirit, help me so that I can manifest these words properly. The love language is different. The communication is different. It's not on the same wavelength. It's not on. There we go. It's not on the same vibration, but you want it to be. Pisces energy with the Page of Cups upright. Okay, but then swiftly moving into the Seven of Wands upright, Leo. Like I was saying, needing to be right. Yeah, you may have felt like if you took their advice and followed their instruction and really gave them a chance and listened, that the energy would have lightened and you would have gone back to that sweet, loving, nurturing, like surprising, blissful energy, and it just didn't work. Six of Cups reversed. Scorpio energy. Needing to do something different, but not wanting to just yet because you still feel this sentiment. You're very sentimental about the relationship and you're very nostalgic about the relationship. You're not wanting to change, but Spirit is reiterating that it's time for you to put forth the change, putting more energy towards yourself. There's a lot of blue here, indigo, it looks like, with this card. Orange. A lot of needing to get back to the sacral, create this beautiful environment. Lots of green here. Moving from the heart chakra, but not in an overly selfish way, but not in a selfless way either. Moving from the heart to bring forward more love, positivity, and creativity for yourself. Putting more of that into yourself before you really focus on giving back to anyone else. Scorpio energy again with the Seven of Cups upright. So again with the creativity and the options that come with choosing to put yourself first. Death card in reverse. That's that not wanting to let go because you're sort of sentimental about the relationship. Spirit is definitely telling me that when you put yourself first in this situation and really show this person that you know what's best for you and that you know what's right for you, they kind of fall into place. This isn't about getting them to be compliant. This is about getting them to see that you're no longer going to be compliant. You did what they asked you to do. You moved on the level that they wanted you to move on, and it may not have necessarily worked for you. You've tried to express this and communicate this over and over again, and it didn't work. They weren't having it, they weren't listening, so now you just need to show them. You need to get out here and show them what works for you. Talking is not enough in this situation. Yep. Queen of Swords reversed. Look at that. You don't know how to deal or how to cope because this was your person. This was someone who you put a lot of faith and trust into. This was someone who you put a lot of love into, and they're kind of acting up, and you don't know how to act either. You're both acting up. The good news is I feel there's a lot of love here. Even though you're both acting up, there's a lot of love here. The Two of Cups may be the only real card here that I got where Spirit was talking about there being some sort of truce and open communication and really talking about your emotions, but you both know there's love here. You're just very opposite from each other. Aries energy with the Two of Wands upright. It's just time, you know? You have a lot of potential and a lot of opportunities coming your way, especially outside of the romance department. I just feel like you allow this to kind of block your view. You allow this person's words to have more effect on you than you have more effect on you. And that's why you're butting heads and things aren't working right now. You see things one way, but you then turn around and do things their way sometimes. And so they think they know best all the time, and that can start conflict and arguments. But this person doesn't entirely know what they're talking about either. This person is very sneaky. They're very creative. They know how to use their minds. They are very suave. They know how to manipulate the conversation, if you will, to get you to move that way because they know you're going to move that way because you're emotional about them. Please stop that. They know what they're doing. They are well aware. Air signs are a whole trip. They are a whole trip and then some. For those dealing with an air sign, Spirit, Source. What? Oh, that's unfortunate. Ten of Swords upright, and the Four of Swords upright. A lot of Swords energy. It's talking about there needing to be an ending, or there was an ending, and a long period of rest for you to really figure out what works for you. Also, when I was shuffling, I was asking Spirit for advice. So the advice might be that if you've gone through this period of things ending already, that you need to just take the time to heal and rest and understand why things ended. And, you know, not every ending is forever. Endings happen so that there can be new beginnings. I love this, especially because I asked for advice specifically. It came in reverse, so I'm just going to read you what it says down here because this is so, I think you need to hear this. So actually the Ace of Swords reversed is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, which, you know, air signs. What you planned for on the spiritual plane may not manifest on the physical plane as quickly as you had hoped, and this may cause frustration and tension. And that's okay. I love how all these cards are green. You definitely need to center back into yourself and put more loving energy into yourself and just heal your heart. Don't let what happened between this individual break you. Don't let it break your spirit because there's a lot of other things coming for you. Got the Fool in reverse. Being sure to use your discernment in this situation. Never running back, especially before you're ready. Allow for things to play out the way that they're going to. When communication comes towards you, and it will, play it cool, really listen, think about the lessons that you've learned, think about the pain that you felt, think about what you personally sacrificed when dealing with this individual, and try and figure out whether or not it's something that you want to go with again. Don't allow it to stress you out. Don't allow yourself to take on more than you can handle. With this Ten of Wands upright, really be light and airy, oddly enough. Go with the flow. Be very open to change. Be very open to things showing up differently than what you had expected. Like, if you want love, then okay, great, you want love. But be open to it appearing to you differently than what you had anticipated, because what you were dealing with before was not nourishing your soul. It was not filling your heart the way it was supposed to, which is why Spirit reiterated that, you know, you need some time to yourself, you need some time to rest, you need some time to understand the karmic imbalances in this relationship. The space is needed. You can't keep jumping out and going out on a limb and doing all these things and taking all these burdens that don't, you know, benefit you in any type of way. You're doing too much and it's not feeding your soul. So my advice, Spirit's advice, really nurture your soul. Do things that make you feel happy. Do things that make you feel, you know, proud of yourself. And take it day by day. Don't overdo it. This air sign's taking their sweet time to do stuff, so, you know, do your own thing. But that's what I've got for you if you're dealing with an air sign. I've dealt with an air sign plenty of times. I've dealt with more than a couple of air signs, so I get it. They can be very imaginative, they can be very creative, and then out of nowhere they can be very cold, they can be very distant, and then it's just stressful. Don't allow yourself to be sucked into that cycle. Take the time and space that you need. But yeah, that's what I've got for you. I hope this reading was helpful. Again, if you're looking for a more detailed reading, make sure that you check out one of the videos that'll be floating around somewhere over here that have a more detailed description of your future spouse or husband. And yeah, I will catch you in the next video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. You know, I love hearing about what you're going through, especially if it's you know, sometimes if I see a comment that, you know, I can relate to, I will try and give as much help and spiritual advice as I can in the comment section. But yeah, have a great rest of your day. Bye. Hey besties. Okay, so just in case you skipped over the intro, this reading is going to be what's kind of going on in your relationship, you versus them, but the twist is we're going off of their zodiac sign. So this is the earth sign pile, so if the person you're dealing with is not an earth sign, I would go back into the description and click the timestamp. But based off of your person's zodiac. But okay, so if you're dealing with look at me, can you call out particular earth signs? So if you're dealing with an earth sign in general, this is your reading. We've got Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, we've got the Page of Cups in upright. We've got the High Priestess upright. Okay. If they're dealing with an earth sign, what do you want them to know? Oh, Nine of Cups upright. Okay. Interesting. If they're dealing with an earth sign. Ten of Pentacles upright. Interesting. Oh, shit. Justice upright. Interesting. Anything else for okay. Four of Wands upright. Jeez. Anything else for those dealing with earth signs? Okay. Then we have, oh my goodness, we have the Hierophant upright. Jeez. Okay. Sorry, I had another deck I was moving out of the way. Talk about pleasant surprises, being sure to use your intuition in this situation, them seeing you as an emotional fulfillment just as much as you see them as an emotional fulfillment. The Justice card upright next to the Four of Wands, happy home, happy life, setting up stable foundations with the Ten of Pentacles upright. Oh my goodness. And then the Hierophant upright, major institutions, things like marriage, tradition, family. I'm just gushing over the fact that you have the High Priestess and the Hierophant here, as well as the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Let's talk about it. If you are dealing with an earth sign, this is someone who you can and most likely will build a happy home with. I see a lot of going back and forth in your mind about whether or not this is what's right for you. Bitch, trust in that intuition because it's spot on. When Spirit tells you that this earth sign is here to change your perspective and change your life, that's what they're doing. And I'm saying that because when I see the I just noticed something fucking wild. But when I see the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, I see that being you. I see you being kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to build this happy stability that I want to, and being financially stable. I also don't see the Emperor or the Empress card here, or the Empress card here. And the Empress is all about building that happy home, that foundation, and birthing something beautiful into reality. But this is saying that, surprise, bitch, it's already... Surprise, bitch, this person came into your life for a reason. Spirit does not care if you take a 6-month break or like a 2-year break or no break. This is it. This is your person. This is someone who you feel in your deepest bits of your soul is who you're supposed to be with. And Spirit is saying yes, because let me tell you what, even with so there's a lot of major and minor arcana here, but what I will say is, even with cards like the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that's a yes. The Page of Cups is a yes. The High Priestess is a maybe, but then the Nine of Cups is a yes. The Ten of Pentacles is a yes. The Justice card is a maybe, but then the Four of Wands is a yes, and the Hierophant is a maybe. So there's not one single no card on here. This is about you. This is about you needing to get out of your head so much and just flow with it. This is about bringing the spiritual into the physical. Soul contracts, meaning like marriage, because marriage is a form of a soul contract. Being manifested in real time. Someone who you genuinely grow with, someone who's not childish, someone who's not going to waste your time. They're going to talk a good talk, and guess what? Their actions are going to line up with what the fuck they're saying. Every card here is a decent one too. This is crazy. I almost don't want to pull any other cards, and I'm being instructed not to. I'm being instructed to leave this reading as beautiful as it is, just how it is, because wow. This is crazy. A lot of emotion, a lot of intuition, very spiritual. This is a very spiritual connection. This is a very spiritual connection that transcends beyond the physical. However, a lot is to come. A lot is to manifest in the physical because of how spiritual this connection is. This is so beautiful. I almost don't want to do anything else. I just need to leave this as it is. If this is someone who you are in separation with, I wouldn't stress too much about it. And Separation, as I'm learning, can mean anything from not currently speaking to them, or being long distance, or anything that doesn't have you two in the same space physically counts as separation. I think when we hear you and your partner are going to be in separation, a lot of people freak out and think that means a breakup. Sometimes it just means taking a break. It can be you guys texting every single day but not seeing each other for 3 weeks. That's a form of separation, you know? A physical separation on any level does not always equal to a spiritual separation and a physical break up. Sometimes it's just needing of the space, needing of your own space, needing to focus on your work, needing to get your priorities straight. You don't always have to, break up with someone or, whatnot to get your shit together. Sometimes spirit just needs you two to not be in each other's space right now. I need you to work on your stability, and I need them to work on their stability. That way, when you guys come back together and it's a good time, you're able to have a good time without stressing about anything else. And sometimes that's just what it needs to be. But Spirit is reiterating that this is your person. You have the ability. You have the ability to have the happiest life that you desire with this person. What I want to say really is just to be sure to use your intuition. This is your happy home. This is your positive thing. I would say that you're coming out of this. They're gonna get me. They're gonna hurt me. They're gonna blah blah blah. Can I trust them? You're coming out of that. I think you're gonna be pleasantly surprised that when you trust in your intuition and really give this connection a chance, that things are gonna work out the way that they are supposed to. You're gonna have really good financial security because you took the time to work on yourself. They're gonna have good financial security, and together it's all good. You have what I also noticed to be funny is the Ten of Pentacles suggests that you could marry into an inheritance. The Justice card is about legal matters, and getting married quite literally is a legal matter. Then you have the Four of Wands, enjoying the stability that you've built, and then also, like I said, the Hierophant, tradition and things like that, organized intuition, lots of good stuff here. This whole bottom row is pretty much like marrying into, you know what I mean. I've already said it like 5 times. This is beautiful. So if you're dealing with an air sign, no, absolutely not. If you are dealing with an earth sign, this was your reading. This was your beautiful reading. Ho, ho, ho. Oof. Let's not get that air sign ringing energy over here, right? The air sign reading was rough. Yeah. So that's what I've got for you. If you'd like a more detailed reading that's not based off of zodiac, which is pick a cards and they go into depth about your future spouse, details about more about who they are as an individual, hair color, small little details, I will have a video that should, couple of videos, because I redid the video. One was detailed and one was extremely detailed. They should pop up somewhere over there. Yeah, make sure you check those out, and in the meantime, I hope I was helpful. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Okay, let's get on with the crybabies of the group, right? And I can say that because I'm a crybaby of the group. If you're dealing with a water sign, this is your reading. So offer it. Spirit's just going to throw everything out there, right? You've got the Ten of Pentacles upright, the Magician upright, and the Temperance in reverse. That's funny. Yep. Sounds about right. If you're dealing with a water sign, they are likely very spiritual. They're all about creating their own stability, financial security. They work very hard to be master manifestors, to bring things into reality. Patience is needed here. You're both needing to grow up. You're both very emotional. You both want things when you want them and how you want them, because you're both used to creating that kind of life for yourself, and it's not really working the way that you want it to, and that's okay. We all need time, but yeah, you've got the Temperance in reverse. I think I said that already. Judgment in reverse, and you've got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. My bad. What do they need to know? You need to be building instead of being so focused on what this person's doing. This person is working very hard to manifest for you both. You, on the other hand, that's not what I wanted. Watch out, please. You, on the other hand, have other responsibilities. You need to be focused on building physical, earthly wealth. They're working on the spiritual side. They're manifesting things for your life together. Oh, get the Hierophant upright. Right underneath the Magician. How interesting. I was just talking about that. Okay, that's too much. That's entirely too much. If they're dealing with a water sign, please, what they need to know. Spirit says grow up. Stop detaching from them. Stop detaching your emotions from them. They're emotional enough for the two of you, yes, but you need to speak up. Whoops, that's my bad. I accidentally kicked my tripod. You need to speak up. They're not gonna know. They are spiritual and very good at what they do, and they can read, but they're not mind readers. I think that common misconception is that because they're an intuitive individual, or anyone's an intuitive individual, that they should know what you're thinking and feeling, and that's just not how that works. When it's your partner, when it's someone who you're with, you're kind of blinded. There's a lot of moving parts here, which is why some readers have readers, and sometimes you need an outside source to kind of highlight the things that you don't see. You've got the Queen of Wands in reverse. Huh. I love how I was just talking about having someone highlight things for you. So yes, but also just be mindful of who you're telling your information to, especially if it's a more feminine energy. You got the Page of Cups here, especially if she's younger than you. I think that if you're if you're a masculine, or if you're a male and you're dealing with a female and she's younger than you, I would say to just be cautious with what you say around her. And it's not because she's extra emotional and, would wish harm upon you. I think it's because they still need the time to understand how significant relationships can grow, especially with them being so emotional. You gotta kind of just give things time. I feel like sometimes there's just not enough, not enough time for them to kind of catch up to you. And if you're feminine, dealing with a younger masculine, yeah, they're going to come off as very childish, and they definitely need to grow up. But it's going to take some time, and you have to be willing to give them that time if this is someone who you can really see yourself with, because, they want to grow with you. This is definitely someone who's attempting to manifest a beautiful life with you and wants to grow with you. They're not perfect. But Spirit is saying soulmates. Soulmates, but make sure that you're working on yourself as well, for sure. Don't let your relationship let you fall into money pits trying to play keep up, you know, doing things for this individual. The Fool reverse. Okay, what they need to know if they're dealing with the water sign, please. Anything else? Spirit says don't be fooled. They have their own stuff going on. They're very good at acting like there's not a problem even when there is. They will not ask you for help. They will not cry for help. They will very much stand their ground. This is, you got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Lack of independence. I was just saying that. They don't have it all together. That's beautiful. They don't. They might still need some help. They might still be learning how to build wealth and financial security. We've got the Emperor upright. They're needing to be more assertive as opposed to being emotional. You're trying to teach them about being more assertive as opposed to being more emotional. You're trying to teach them about building financial wealth and stability. And in turn, they're trying to teach you about spirituality and growing spiritually, which is a beautiful combination. We've got that Temperance in reverse again, which is reiterating that you need to have patience at this time, especially if you're dealing with someone younger than you. Again, they need to be able to learn, and if this is someone who you really want to be able to be with, you need to be able to give them the time to do that. Not everything happens overnight, especially when these could be harsh lessons that you've already learned that they're just now having to go through. There's a lot happening here. So we've got the Hanged Man in reverse, needing to make a decision based off of how you truly feel, needing to take it slow. Needing to take it slow, one step at a time. Why do they need to take it slow? The Chariot, moving forward. Why do they need to take it slow? You're wanting to move forward, so you made the decision to move forward, and you're wanting to. Marriage. Some of you see marriage with this person. If this is someone you want to marry, Spirit says go for it. Take your time, and allow yourself to get there, right? Y'all, I can't. 10 of Cups. Marriage. Happy home, happy family, total emotional fulfillment, the whole shebang, real love, marital bliss. And what's crazy is that it's likely that this person wants that too and is kind of waiting for you to speak up on the next steps. They're not going to speak on it. Yeah, they're definitely not going to speak on it. You got the King of Swords here in reverse. And the Ace of Pentacles, which is crazy because this is reiterating that you need to move from that sort of harsh perspective of you're younger than me, you don't get it, you're never gonna get it, to understanding that they're trying to grow with you and manifest something real with you, possibly start a business with you that's going to bring in a lot of money. They might be younger than you, but because of that, their mind is a bit fresher than yours. They haven't gone through a lot of the pain and the trauma that you've gone through, so they view things a lot differently than you. Their heads are very much in the clouds, and having their heads be up in the clouds like that is actually going to manifest in your favor when you become one unit, because they're going to have all these great business ideas, and you're going to have a lot of earthly energy around you, a lot of stability around you to be able to bring that to fruition, and in turn, it's going to help create generational wealth. Yeah, there's really, I mean, rest and recuperation, the Four of Swords. Okay. If Spirit says rest, take it easy, take your time, move at your own pace, you're going to get there when you get there, it's all going to be gravy. Do that. Because while it seems like a lot of the internal and external conflict comes from you wanting them to kind of see things from an adult perspective, overall, you're going to be very happy together. You're going to grow together and manifest together. Like I said, they're very spiritual and emotional, and you're very not dry and cutthroat, but dry and cutthroat. You know what I mean? You could be emotional too, but you don't show it. And it's probably because of something you've already been through that makes you come off as kind of dry and cutthroat, even though you're probably just as much of an emotional baby as they are. So, if you're dealing with a water sign, that's what I've got for you. I hope everything works out. Please leave a comment. Let me know. Let me know what's going on. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hi, besties. Okay. So, just in case you skipped the intro, my name is Aphrodite, and this video is about you versus them, your person, what's kind of going on. However, this is going based off of their sign, not yours. So if your person is a fire sign, this is your reading. But if they're not a fire sign, please go down to the timestamps and find your reading based off of their zodiac sign, not yours. And I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So Spirit, if you would be so kind as to tell me what they need to know. They're dealing with a fire sign right now. That's way too much. That tells me that there's a lot of energy going on. Okay. You've got the Five of Wands reversed. Competition. Third party situations. Catching someone in a lie. You've got the Five of Cups reversed. Hurt and betrayal. You've got the Four of Swords in reversed. You're not allowing yourself to heal. You're not allowing yourself to feel, heal, process, and move on. You're kind of stuck in the stagnant energy. If they're dealing with a fire sign, please. You've got the Fool upright. You took a leap of faith in this person. You thought they were going to be there for you. They weren't. Hangman in reverse at a crossroads, not making a decision. You took a leap of faith in this person. They hurt you, and now you're stuck in indecision. You're not making any moves until you know the full scope of the situation. The High Priestess in reverse. You're not using and or trusting your intuition on this situation. The Star in reverse. What you thought was a wish fulfillment turned out to be your worst nightmare. Knight of Cups in reverse. Messages. You'd think that they would be heartfelt, romantic messages, emotional messages from other people about particular situations that you may now find yourself in. This could be a situation of your friends trying to warn you earlier, but you not really wanting to listen. Oof. You got the Nine of Wands in reverse. You got the Ten of Cups in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. And then you've got the Nine of Pentacles upright. This person shook you to your core. You feel like you have to start over. You have to rebuild a stable foundation for you and your family, or what you consider to be a family. That could be you, or you and your children, just you and your friends, you know, whomever or whatever you consider to be a family. This could be pets too, familiars. You could have puppies, cats, whatever that you feel would be your family. Judgment cards upright. Okay, in a minute I need to just put these down. There's so much here though. Ace of Wands upright. Okay. And remove that. Bottom of the deck is the Empress. We love that. Okay. Look at that. Sitting pretty. Can I get that? Will you adjust? Probably not. There we go. I love these cards. Okay. So if you're dealing with a fire sign, first thing Spirit wants to reiterate, they feel no remorse. Don't feel bad about anything you've got going on, because they don't feel bad. This person knew what they were doing every step of the way and does not feel bad and will not feel bad. This is telling me that you have the potential to lay down the groundwork for something new, something exciting for your life, even if it feels like you have to start over. That's okay. Starting over is sometimes what we really, really, really need. There's a lot of orange here. There's only 2 green cards, a lot of indigo, purple / blue. No, there isn't. There's actually only 3 cards. So a lot of sacral energy. You might have been really sexually involved with this person, given them a lot of your essence, if you will. And you didn't really trust your intuition when you felt like something was off, something was wrong. At first, maybe you thought you were overthinking the situation, causing conflict within yourself, but what quickly started out as conflict within yourself turned out to be conflict with people in the outside world, because what you thought was true was absolutely true, and what your friends may have been telling you was true turned out to be true as well. I'm just going to say right now, if you're dealing with a fire sign and this doesn't sound like your situation, you might want to click off. If that's the case, I will have videos popping up here to a more detailed reading about your future spouse. Those are picket cards. Those might be what you need. Not this, because this is very particular to someone's situations. A section of the collective dealing with fire signs is going through this and needs to hear this. So this is just what it's going to be. You need to stop. Don't cry over spilled milk, basically. You have the potential to build so much stability for yourself, to birth so many new projects into your life, to get that house you've been trying to get, you know, to really grow in all of these ways that you didn't think possible. And it's because of what you went through with this person that you're going to be able to do that soon. The karmic debt that you had that was kind of imbalanced, the lessons that you needed to learn, you learned from this person. And you're now in a situation where new beginnings can start, and you're going to be so happy, and this person's going to be so miserable without you, and that's not your problem. I don't care if they call you or text you, whatever. The answer is no. Where you did not use your intuition and your discernment before, you're going to need to use them now when this person attempts to come back, because that's what's going to happen. If you're dealing with a fire sign, like I said, they feel absolutely no remorse. Whatever they did, they had fun doing it. They loved doing it. This was like a 9 of Swords. Extreme anxiety. This person caused you so much stress for no reason, made you turn cutthroat, and like does not care. I'm telling you. They say they care, but they don't. You literally have the 4 of Wands in reverse here. Oh my You provided something for this person. You provided something for this person, and they got too comfortable. And when they got too comfortable, they started icing you out. They started making you feel like you were isolated, like you were completely alone, like you were the problem, like you were absolutely crazy. Meanwhile, they were entertaining other bitches. They had options, and they knew they had options, but they didn't think you had options. They thought you were gonna sit there and cry over spilt milk and boo-hoo and woe is me, and we're not doing that. Get up. You have options. Quit playing like you don't have options. Like, there's not people. I get it. You're going through it. You don't want to deal with any more, trauma. You don't want to deal with any more drama. You feel knocked off your game. You feel like someone took part of you, and that's totally fair and that's totally valid. But there's people out there who are waiting to have a moment with you, and because you're so blocked off right now, you can't even see the good in these individuals without worrying that they're trying to do you like the last person did you and get something out of it. Ooh. Capricorn energy. King of Pentacles. Okay. Like I was just saying, you have options out there. A successful, grounded individual who can provide for you the way you were essentially providing for this other individual. They said, anything you can do, baby, I can do better. Not really, though, because it's not a competition. It's all love. Anything else? Don't waste your time. Don't waste a single... do not waste your time. Time is a man-made construct. It is what it is. However, it's precious and it's valuable and it's yours, so don't waste it on individuals who don't deserve it. The last card that you got here to close off your reading for if you're dealing with the fire sign is the Moon card. So hidden secrets coming to the light. Pay attention to your dreams. If you're spiritual, I said that at 10:10, by the way. If you're spiritual, if you're a very spiritual individual, then your spirit guides, ancestors, if you work with deities, they may be speaking to you through dreams about this individual. They may show you things that you didn't even know you needed to know about a situation to make 2 and 2 add up, and then math will start mathing. But don't give this person the time of day. Don't give this person the time of day. Spirit says do not, because then you enter into a whole new karmic cycle, and new lessons will need to be learned, very harsh ones, and they don't want that for you. They don't want you to fall into the same patterns, dark despair energy. I just knew it was going to be the fire signs that took me for the trip too. I just knew it was going to be the fire signs. I'm just shuffling to shuffle the energy at this point. That Moon card. You just flew one out, didn't you, baby? Didn't you, baby? That Moon card. Secrets, secrets, secrets. Anything done in the dark comes to the light. And you know me, I work with the Moon energy. I work with Thoth. I work with Nephthys. Lots of moon deities, or those represented by the night sky, the nighttime. So I get it. When I work in the moon, it's very illuminating. It illuminates things that I did not know were possible, that I didn't know were factual, that I didn't know could happen. So just keep in mind that this might be one of those things that happens to you. If you meditate, try meditating at night, and seeing what your spirit guides, ancestors, or deities highlight for you. I would really pray on it and ask what's next. Well, not pray in the sense of begging, because your soul should never want something so bad that it begs. However, I would have an open and honest dialect, communication with spirit, source, whatever you choose to call the almighty creator of everything, and simply ask in a gracious and respectful manner to be shown what's next. What do you do next? Where should you go next? Where should your beautiful creative energy go? Because now that you're not partaking in specific acts with this individual, you're energy in that area will start to build, and it can be used to create something new, something beautiful that will help to create that stability that you so desperately feel like you need, that spirit knows you deserve after a period of struggle. Until then, please make sure you rest, make sure you meditate, make sure you keep your mind and your body right. These are stressful times. You don't want to do anything to hurt yourself. You don't want to do anything to dishonor yourself, to dishonor your time, to dishonor your energy. Really just give to yourself right now. And I'm telling you, those other individuals who are waiting for you to heal, they're going to provide you with something that you did not know was possible to receive from another individual. But that's what I've got for you. If you liked this reading, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I will absolutely see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay healing, stay blessed, stay prosperous, and I will talk to you later. Bye.